do that there?
How you do that there? Alabama, Atlanta. How you do that there? Florida, Arkansas. How you do that there? Say, who that? You wanna do that? Run up the wheel and get your ass whooped. Blue black. My nigga, my nerve fresh out the curb. Jelly, Johnny preserve. Nothing but cause my word. And a Mossberg. Real pump on my lap at all times. Whatever my nigga, cause young niggas still dying. Ain't about time, nigga, what? Huh? Give a fuck, nigga, what? Full of that weed, landing like a poppy city. A shining and a Janet having niggas named Young Bleed, Cardi on. In the jungle where the murder me and mama for months and days tripping on. Monthly black hell of a eye. And telling them why, I'ma never say die. See it in my eyes. And niggas say I fly like an eagle. And see no evil eye. And I know sequel. This year I'm feeling in the dope, supernatural. Wicked, y'all niggas don't make it up.
Hey, what's up? Now, I said I was going to get to the point, didn't I? And I is. And first, let me start off and say a prayer like I usually always do. Father, in the name of Jesus, please guide my words. You know, this is all about awareness, Lord. You know, we all have a way that we deliver. And I'm just here to try to help somebody. In Jesus' name. Thank you, Lord. Amen. How's everybody doing today? Today I got my other diffuser. I know I made a video last time and I had to take it down. And time is of the essence. But I took it down because I had a better option that had came up. This time I'm doing a video. Ooh, look, I bought another one of my diffusers. You guys know I love these. See? Ooh. Oh, that peace, that aroma. Look at that. Anyway, so I told you that I was going to come to talk to you today about men thinking it's okay to share the same panties, that women can share the same panties. And it's it's kind of like, in other words, saying it's okay to have multiple women, and just as soon as you see a big juicy, or in the words that some men quoted, and excuse me, but I'm gonna go ahead and be transparent. So if, first of all, if you cannot handle my video, I advise you to exit now, because I'm gonna be me and I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether it hurts or not. We all have to accept truth, but it's not to hurt, it's to grow. And maybe you can pass it on to the youth so that in the future, you know, they know this. Again, this is really about women too. It ain't cool to wear the same drawers, but I will get there in a minute. This is about guys that don't understand that when you feel you see a big old juicy booty, or you randomly see a nice woman with a nice body, of course you're going to be a man. I'm not telling you not to look. I'm not telling you not to be attracted to that. I'm not even telling you not to go up to her and date her or try to get a one-night stand. That's your choice, your decision. And yes, it is your right. It is also a woman's right that her body is safe. She, just because she consented with you to have encounters, does not mean she consented with you to send her bodily fluids of other people. And the same goes for you. You didn't consent to receive a germ, if a germ comes. And we know that it's all that risky when you use unprotected sex. So I'm not trying to also throw her responsibility on you. And first of all, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health expert. I read a lot of books. I've read probably as many books as any scholar on health. And I do know it's very important and vital that this information gets out, especially to our community, okay? Um, Now, let me just I like to do analogies so people get what I'm saying. Because like I said, this video, um, it's not about infidelity. It's not about sexism. It's not about who's right or wrong in a relationship. It's not about, um, you know, judgment. It is simply about awareness and safety. And I'm not going to teach you how to put on a condom. We're not doing that. I'm just going to teach you how, when you put a human face to suffering and unnecessary suffering that you can avoid, in other terms, avoid it. I'm going to use an example. Like, again, if a man see a juicy booty and you know you got a woman at home that only gives it up to you, so you think and believe that she only gives it up to you, why would you go out there and sleep with something unsanitary, and you don't know if she has AIDS? You just looking at her face, you looking at her body, because you're thinking with your weenie. Again, this is not to bash men. I'm just giving the ones, and this ain't even to all men. I'm not talking about you men that are self-controlled and you know, a little bit more wired to know know between common sense and non-common sense. I'm talking about those kind of thirsty men that may be a little more unself-controlled, that temptation just gets to you right away. Anything that walk by you, you feel like you just got a bump or hump on, or a jackrabbit that just can't control your urges, and you did them sexual demons just have you. I'm talking to you because you are human and you are somebody too, and somebody really cares about you to tell you this. If they didn't care about you, they let you just go on out there and just die. And I'm not trying to let you die, okay? Okay? So, like I said, when you feel, even in polygamy, let's just think about this. You think because you sleeping with these two women, two, three, that's still multiple because it's more than one. That's plural. That's more than one. You having sex with this woman, bareback. You think you done washed off, so you go and stick your thing in this woman the next week, month, whatever. Then you go back to this woman and you going back and forth, and you think that because you went back to these two, you're clean and they're clean and it's just all three of you, so you're safe. No, baby. And I'm gonna tell you why. Each body's hormones is different, their body is different, allergies are different. You catch on to germs even wearing certain clothes, certain people, their insides, their cavities and inside of all of their, I would do a perfect example here. So say you're dancing with this woman with this pair of panties. You see, these are a little loose. You know, they're a little loose here. Okay, I'm just breaking it down in analogies. Then this woman, she got her stuff kind of stuffed up in there a little bit. And everything she wears, she kind of pretty much, her stuff is just like a G-string. Her jeans are a G-string. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with tight jeans, because I wear them sometimes. But I'm talking about a difference. You may have a woman that wears a loose dress or a skirt, a little bit more modest. And then you got this one. The bottom line, what I'm saying is, one may have a yeast infection and you're banging her, and the other one may not. What if they both have, what is the word? Ooh, I hear. What if they both have, somebody would, ooh. What if they both have fluids? It's fluids. I keep going back to that same word. Or vaginal activity. Some may, I can't think of the word right now, but some may be more moist down there than others. And what I'm trying to say is that it's different stuff. This is different. It's different organisms, biology, and all that in each and every one of us. I'm sorry, it's just not the same. That's why all of us don't even smell the same. All of us can't wear the same perfume. We cannot. No, can wear poison. I can't even wear poison. I could probably wear mango mambo, and she can't. Some women can't wear cheap perfume. Some can. We don't bathe with the same stuff. So why would we want to sit on the same disco stick unprotected? I mean, really think about this. Put a human face to it. Like I said, some women's stuff down there is not the same. And when you are mixing back and forth like that, you are multiplying energies. You are you're doing all kinds of nasty stuff. And that's why your balls and stuff, or her stuff, may be itching, and you're trying to play it off, and you can't figure out where is this coming from. You know why? Because you're not being careful. And I know that to be true. You can't wash that off. You need to go see a doctor. Women, if you have, again, vaginal, whatever you call that stuff, I can't think of the name right now. And it's not that it's not normal. It's just that you need to get that fixed. And if you're not seeing a doctor on a regular basis and you just running up in anything that you feel turns you on, you are putting everybody at risk, and therefore you're being selfish, and therefore you're not being fair. You're not thinking about the lives of your own children. You're not thinking about her. You're not thinking about that other person and their lives and their children. And then if somebody messes around and dies of something like HIV or hepatitis C, or whoever you done had sex with that might be shoot up or whatever, you can cause that woman to not even be able to have kids no more. Yes, that is true. They're not going to tell you in simple words, but when you really do the real research and you find out all of this stuff on HPV and you do deep research, you'll find out some of that reproductive and nasty stuff is simple. It ain't all genetic. Some of it is just from nasty stuff going up in your body. Okay? Now, I'm not the type of woman that use toys. I never have. I don't care what you say because I'm not into objects. That is another woman's choice, and I'm not here to judge her. What I'm saying is, though, that each woman's body is completely different. The way that it's functioning, the way that it's running, the juices, the energy, all that in there is different. And you cannot sit there and tell me if you up in one, you not cross-contaminating just like you cross-contaminate nasty food. And one gets up in the other, then she gets those microorganisms that are dirty, that dirty up her inside. And then there she goes with all that stuff coming out of her that she don't know where it came from. Only probably from having sex with you. Or if she is nasty and has multiple partners, unprotected. Same thing. To be honest, I don't understand. And let me clear up some points. When women cheat, their cheating is completely different from a man's, okay? It's an emotional thing with a woman. And if you over here giving more time to one woman that you ain't giving to this one, and you call yourself a player, a dog, or the big old pimp, or even if you are living a natural whatever you want to call it, polygamous, if you even thinking that you living like a polygamist, living two lives. You got to be very careful of that, because you can think you sitting up here with these two faithful, loyal sisters. But when you neglect one sister's need for too long, don't sit there, baby, and get mad when the cleanup man's coming around the corner that she might have been, talking to on the low for a minute. For a minute. Just friend zoning. That's what friend zoning is for. We ain't like some of you guys. We don't just, okay, check you out, pat you down. We see you look good, so we horn. No, don't work like that. It's a process with most women. Okay? So don't get no thought in your head like, okay, this woman's a thought. She's loose. She's thirsty. No, it's not that. It's a process, slow process when it comes to a good, clean woman. And when you got you a good, clean woman, or just say if you are in a triangle and you cannot choose, you be the better baby. Baby, you better be very, 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 very good at how you divide yourself, your time, your energy, and everything. That means communication. That means everything. I'm not a relationship expert, but I do got some experience, sweetie. I have been around I'm 43 years old. I've been around for a long time. In long term, not short term, not mid term, long term experience. And I know. So you're not playing with no rookie when you think you're out here dogging these women out and hurting them. And right now I'm talking about the men. So I will make videos. Oh, I promise you. Ladies, you ain't gonna get away with this either. Because when I talk to you, I'm talking to myself too. So this isn't a ruler pointing things at people. I'm teaching myself so that I will be safe and you will be safe. We are an aggressive people. Things come out kind of straightforward with us. So I'm going to tell you again, like I told you before, if you going to be a player, all y'all be on y'all timelines talking about, I got to have more than one woman. If you can't handle one woman and keep her stabilized and satisfied, you can barely even afford to take care of yourself. You know you guys are both struggling. How are you going to have another one? I mean, I would wish one guy can just break that down to me. What you are really thinking of is pleasure. Just say, I need more than one woman. You cannot have more than one woman if you don't even know how to divide your time. Just like you divide apples, bananas between kids. You don't show favoritism. Either one is your woman and one is not. Ain't no such a thing as a side chick. Because if you ain't married near one of them, they both are just chicks. Okay? Because the side chick was the one on your side, just as like the main chick that may be getting on your main nerves. Just think about that, okay? And the main one you may not been giving it to, because you're giving it too busy to who you want to give it to. Don't get the big head about where you slinging that pipe, okay? All I'm trying to say is be safe, wrap it up, and go see a doctor. And don't be spreading bodily fluids because it's unfair to everybody else. It's unfair to yourself if you walking around itching and you the one that keeps transferring all of, all of that discharge. Because some women have discharges and some don't. And if they really have a serious cheesy discharge, they need to go get seen. And I'm sorry, I don't want no nasty man that's sleeping with some woman that don't go get a regular vaginal pap smear on a regular basis and go see herself, go see a dentist, go all that, because all that's important. It's just trifling to do otherwise. And there's no excuse for it. We are better people than this. We are better people than that. And so, like I said, I done made my peace. And I'm pretty much done with this video. But I'm serious about that. Please don't take what I say personal. Just take it with a grain of salt, because when you say things also like either one of them can bounce, or if they don't like it, they know what they can do. Baby, you show right about that. Because this is 2018, honey. We don't live by those kind of rules no more. In other words, you tell a woman she can bounce, you best believe you are. Don't come back talk about, well, what did I do, or try to figure out where did things go wrong. Check what comes out your mouth and fix it. And if you going and if you gonna broadcast what I mean, because I see it on timelines, dudes be saying this stuff, and then when they women do bounce, they out here crying. They ain't gonna cry on that day. They may not cry a day later, but a month later they be depressed because they done lost something. They missed something that they can't get back because you done ran her off. And it's the same way with men. But it's always a reason, and like I said, when you're not communicating and you're saying things like that, you give her the indication that, I guess, it's over because it came out your mouth. You ain't spending time, obviously. If that woman only see you once every 2-3 months, that ain't no relationship. And she ain't no side. I don't know what she is. But you don't need her no more. If I need a guy that only is around for the fourth month to talk to me, what do I need him for? I don't need him for anything when I got guys that can be around me 24/7, that want to be around, at least take me out, show me a good time, spend some money on me. They want to do all that. But because some of these women be having love for one man, she sacrifices and put ups with so much, just so some of you that be on your timelines talking all that trash will get it. Don't sit here and tell her if they don't want to F with you, then they know what they can do. Because you know what? They just might not. And the last time you might have thought that you might have hit that was all that. That might have been the camel that broke the board when you came out of your mouth. So be very careful. Be very cautious. And be very considerate when you treat these women out here like they nobody. Because, honey, we don't live by no rules like this. It's 2018. Options are open. And what may be a new piece to you, your woman is a new piece to somebody else. Remember that. The next time you get horny. The next time. Again, I got love for my brothers and sisters. And I would like to see successful relationships. But communication is very important. You need to let one know. And let the other one know. If you're going to play these games with women gonna play them back. Now that's gonna be my next video. And you're not gonna want to hear it. But it is what it is. Thank you. Have a good time. I hope this message resonated with somebody's spirit. I know it sounds a little harsh. But it is what it is, boo. Bye.